Hey you guys, I'm Sasha and I'm super excited to be here with you today and talk about a very juicy topic. You might be seeing these people all over the internet. Maybe you're even considering giving your money to one of them. But before you do that, it's really important to know what the is a life coach and what it is not. We're gonna go over that in this episode. How are we gonna start this? We're just gonna do it. Okay, you guys, so there are a number of different dupes out there for a life coach. Before you sign up with a life coach, it's really important that you know what the heck you're gonna get out of the relationship. You don't wanna just be giving out your dollar bills to some wackadoodle online. So we're gonna get into the 5 dupes for a life coach. All right, number 1 is going to be a consultant. Consultants are experts in their fields. They're going to come in laser focused to solve a problem. You're going to pay them money to get something done. So they're gonna come in and either help you start your business, or if your life is a complete hot mess, like, I don't know, some people out there, they might come in and help you to organize your closet or whatever it is. So they're gonna come in with an agenda, with expertise, and they're gonna say, boom, 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 this is what we gotta do to get this particular thing done. Then they're gonna hightail it out of there. A coach is totally different. A coach is going to come into a client relationship with the only intention to help empower that client get what they want, but the client is actually totally responsible for doing that. So a coach is really going to work with that client to help them uncover some of that intuition, some of that gut feeling that's really, really deep inside of us, and most of the time we just pile a bunch of shit on top of it, and so we don't even know what we want or how to get what we want or what to do or any of that kind of stuff. A coach is going to help work with a client to get rid of all those blocks that are getting in our way from getting whatever it is that we want. Got it? Great. Let's move on to number 2, a therapist. Oh, I've had so many good therapists in my day, and they are wonderful for helping you to heal from the past. If you have some sort of trauma or something that you feel like is holding you back, something that happened to you and you still need to do some healing from it, that's when you want to go to a therapist. They're really going to be focused on the why something happened. So something maybe happened in your childhood or 10, 15 years ago or whatever, and you're still dealing with it today. That's a therapist's job. A coach is really going to be focused on moving you forward from where you're at today into the future. They're going to do that through a number of different ways, but primarily they're going to help you focus on how. They're going to work with you to develop and implement some sort of action plan so that every single time you meet with them, you're taking these baby steps towards what it is that you want. So not so much focused on the past, really kind of focused on where you're at today and where you want to go. Number 3 is going to be a sports coach. So unless you're in some sort of a competition or on a sports team, I don't know why you're talking to a sports coach. That's maybe a little bit strange, but a sports coach is really going to be focused on win-lose scenarios. Some teams got to win, some teams got to lose. A coach is totally different. They're going to help you to see whatever scenario, kind of whatever plays out in your life, that thing that you're stuck on or you want to figure out, they're going to help you to see both options, or maybe 3 or 4 options, as win-win. Okay, numero 4 is going to be your bestie. We love our besties. We love our friends. They're there for us. They've got our backs. They're super protective. But when you're going through something, your bestie is not going to be your life coach. For the most part, they're going to really want to protect you, and they're going to give you advice and kind of share what they're feeling or thinking about a certain situation from their perspective too. A coach, on the other hand, is going to be really objective. They're going to be non-judgmental. A well-trained coach is going to ask you really interesting questions around a scenario or a situation versus kind of telling you what they think you should do. So like a good example of that is, say you're dating this guy and then you just decide you want to ghost him. and you never want to talk to him again. Or maybe you had a date set up with him, but you're like, you know what, I don't want to go on this date with him. I just don't want to. And your friends would be like,
oh my god, Stacy, duh, he's a total loser. Why would you even want to go on that date with him? You're so much better than him, Stace.
And a coach would be like, okay, so what kinds of feelings did you have around that date? What feelings came up for you? Or what is it that you really want from that date or from dating in general? So 2 really different kind of outcomes for you to think about based on what you're looking for right now in your life. And last but not least, number 5 is going to be a mentor. Mentors are awesome if you're just starting out in something, whether it's business or whatever, and you really want to hear from someone else's perspective. How did they do it? So a mentor might say, you know, back in my day, this is how I did X, Y, Z. But a coach instead is really going to kind of brainstorm ideas with you. They're not going to so much share from their personal experience. They're really going to keep the session or the relationship focused on you and what you're capable of. There might be some brainstorming and things like that that happen. A coach might share some of their past experience just for a client to understand all of the possibilities when they're feeling kind of stuck, maybe don't know which way to go or are considering different outcomes. But it's going to be really different from that mentor relationship, which is really going to be kind of focused on, this is how I did it, you should do it this way too. All right, so that's it. Those are the 5 dupes for a life coach. Now, if you are thinking about hiring a life coach or even becoming a life coach, it is super important that you know what a life coach is and what a life coach is not. If you are shelling out any of your money, you really want to understand what a well-trained coach is going to be able to provide you. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any other questions about life coaching or coaching in general, leave them below in the comments section and I'll get back to you when I can. Peace.